Ugh, what a long day at the office. I can't wait to eat my ice cream. Who took my ice cream? Huh, they left a note. No, Master Chief! You'll pay for this! What's up, fellow collectors? Today I am talking about the Halo 5 Series 1 Spartan Locke action figure, and I'm very excited about this. You know, Spartan Locke seems like a pretty cool character to me. You know, I'm excited to see where they go with the storyline with him in Halo 5. He comes with a pistol and a battle rifle, looks like. Got a picture of what he looks like in the game on the side. 27 moving parts. And he comes with some sort of requirement pack. We'll get into what that's all about once I open this guy up. On the back here, you get to see all the figures that come out in the wave. You got Tanaka, Locke, Master Chief, Kelly, Fred, and then the Athlon Spartan, which is really, really cool looking. And then you got some exclusives down at the bottom. We really haven't seen a whole lot of stuff coming out with the McFarlane line, so it's nice to see a bunch of figures come out in the first wave. You know, even though most of them are Spartans, hopefully we get to some elites and stuff like that later on. So I'm going to go ahead and open this figure up and review it. Alright, I got this figure opened up, and I'm pretty impressed with the overall build of this figure, especially since it's the first line that we've seen from McFarlane with the Halo 5 action figures. He comes with two weapons. You get a pistol here, and the paint deco on that, and the detail is pretty nice. I like the sculpting on it. I like the dirty wash they kind of gave it. Makes it look a little bit more battle-worn, a little bit more realistic. You know, before we constantly saw just all silver painted pistols, and they just kind of look bland, and this one has a little bit more to it, which I enjoy. It's got a peg on the back, so you can actually plug it into his side here. He's got a peg hole on his side, and he's got one on his other thigh here, if you want to place it right on there so you can holster an extra weapon. I think that looks pretty cool like that. He also comes with the battle rifle here, which looks really nice. You know, it's got a UNSC logo insignia on there. Very nice sculpting and paint deco here. I like that yellow stripe across the top of the gun. Looks really good. You can see the sculpt in there, and that looks nice as well. And this is just a really nicely sculpted weapon, and it's, you know, it's a lot different looking than the original BR, but I think that this is a really good representation of the Halo 5 and Halo 4 BR that we see, and I still think it looks really great. This also has a weapon peg on it, so you could go ahead and place this one right on his back here. He's got a back peg right there, and you can just plug it right in his back, and he can holster that extra weapon just like that. I think that looks really good. Now he can hold on to his battle rifle really well. It's a little bit tricky getting it in there because, you know, this articulation right here is a bit limited because of his chest armor. It's really tight trying to get him to reach all the way over to grab his weapon, but eventually you can get it in there into his hands without a problem, and it looks really nice like that. It looks like he's really gripping onto the gun, like he's about to, you know, hunt down the Master Chief or shoot up some coveys. Now he also holds on to the Magnum very well. I wish that you could squeeze the arms together enough to where you could hold it with two hands. You know, they can't really close together enough because his articulation is very limited, you know, as far as crossing his arms together because of the armor here, the way it's designed. But it does look really nice when he's got it with one hand, just kind of aiming it out there. Now every figure comes with this downloadable requirement pack, and it doesn't really tell you what exactly you get for the download for this. I'm assuming it's probably like a weapon skin or some extra armor bit or maybe something for an Xbox Live avatar, but it doesn't really tell you anything on here exactly what it's for. It just says redeem your code for the download, and you know, I didn't really do a whole lot of research into what this is actually for. I'm sure that says somewhere online that this is going to be something for Halo 5, some sort of exclusive content for buying the figure. Now, as far as the actual action figure is concerned, the detail on this guy is freaking amazing, man. Really great sculpting, really great line work, really great paint applications everywhere. And I really like the blue visor in this helmet. It just looks really menacing. Looks very sleek and stealthy, which I guess is what Agent Locke would be going for, because he's kind of like, you know, headhunting the Master Chief right now. And I really like this abdomen area here, the way the armor just kind of, you know, triangles down here. I think that looks really great. And I really especially like the thighs and the legs here down, all the way sculpted down the bottom. You know, these Spartans just look a lot more athletic looking, the way the armor kind of accents the muscular body of an actual Spartan. And I think that's a really good, you know, thing to have for the action figure. It really represents the actual character more, and I think McFarlane just did a great job nailing that. Now taking a look at the back of the figure, they did a great job with all of the sculpting on the back. I really like the back of the helmet, all the different types of blue that they use, all the different shades. I love how they colored in the lighting here, you know, where these lights would be on the back of his armor. Very, very nice looking, and this is definitely an upgrade to the Halo 4 Spartans, which were just kind of blandly painted blue and red. They didn't really accent all these little lines and grooves and indentations like they did with this, you know, Halo 5 line, which I'm really excited about. It seems like they're stepping up the detail a little bit more with the Halo 5 figures. Now, as far as articulation goes, I think that the articulation is the most limiting part about this figure, and it's probably my least favorite thing about the figure, but his head can look up and down pretty nicely. I think that looks good. You get a nice 360 motion you can get out of the upper arm, and a nice ball hinge on the elbow and on the wrist as well. And all the joints have these nice ratchet kind of cog joints in there, if you see. So it really helps keep the joint in place as you're moving it and getting a really cool pose out of it. It helps you keep the pose longer. You know, there isn't a whole lot of waist articulation, and it is pretty limited there. The worst articulation point, I think, is at the hips here. And, you know, you can't really get them to move back too far, kick back too far. It's kind of disappointing. If you want to try and get them to kick out straight, it just really just goes out to the side or inwards. It doesn't really look like a natural type of thing. But you got a nice ball hinge at the knee, you got some nice ankle rotation here, and then some toe articulation too. And it's nice that they brought back the toe articulation, because some of these Spartans in Halo 4 didn't have that, and they had these really skinny feet. It was very, very hard to get these guys to stand up, and I'm glad they went ahead and made that improvement on these as well. The only other gripe I have is that this knee joint here is actually very loose, and if it loosens up anymore, it's going to be a problem getting him to stand. And you know me, I'm a huge fan of getting my figures into really cool poses and making sure that they can actually stay in that way. So overall though, I think this is a pretty good figure, and you know, I would definitely recommend picking him up, especially since it's going to be one of the main characters in Halo 5. You're going to be seeing a lot of Spartan Locke, you're going to be seeing a lot of his team, and then the Master Chief's team as well. So I'm pretty excited to see how this storyline plays out. You know, I got high hopes for Halo 5. You know, Halo 4 was kind of hit or miss with me in some parts, but I definitely hope that Halo 5 really brings us the Halo experience that, you know, all of us Halo fans have been dying to have. And, you know, everything from the trailers and the promotion just seems really, really good for this game. And even the action figure line here, you know, I'm pretty impressed with. It seems like McFarlane is actually stepping up the amount of detailing and work that they're putting into their figures. Hopefully that'll translate into better figures in the future and more figures. You know, I'd love to see a redone Halo 5 version of the Arbiter, kind of even more of the Halo Reach type scale with the new Elite design, as opposed to the old Halo 3 style Arbiter, which is kind of smaller. But those are my thoughts, guys. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. And check out my channel. I got a ton of Halo reviews on there. I also collect Mortal Kombat and other action figure lines as well. I put animations in all of my reviews. And make sure you subscribe, because I come out with new videos every single week. And thank you all so much for watching. And I will see you all in my next video.